Well, guys, fourth gear is officially gone. Don't even want to go in no more. Cause a problem. Third and fourth synchros are bad. There's first, second, third, fourth. And as you can see, you got your synchros that are right. You can see your little tiny synchros right there. They will, yeah, you can see that one, this one right here is second gear. See how it stops spinning? And I can't, if I try to get my finger in there, I can't get it to keep on spinning along with the gear. Versus these ones, and you can see that synchro right there, and you can even see broken teeth. Come on, sucker. There we go. Oh, come on. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I literally just had it, bro. What the heck? As you can see, I can just turn that synchro for days. That's exactly, oh, there's no teeth there, that's why. I can just turn that for days. Same thing with this one right here. I can just turn that one as well. It just won't, and they won't go in. You know, I haven't moved this one. Usually you can clunk them into gear. If you apply enough pressure on both sides, you can get them to slide in. These ones, they don't want to go in. Anyways, so bigger gear was third, smaller fourth. So big gear, third. Got a nice fresh synchros right there. Nice. Part synchros. Now they're complete, almost. This is the gear part. And I figured these were gonna possibly be trashed, so I just went ahead and got them in. So this is just for me. I'm gonna put them right in here. One. Okay, that's three. Four. Actually, the synchros on the gears aren't that bad. I mean, three. Of course, as you can tell, is like your power gear. You know, your sauce gear. So you can expect that one to probably be a little bit more roughed up, and you can see that the edges there are a little worn down versus a new one. You got some pretty clean edges versus like that one. Focuses are kind of more rounded instead of pointy. Now I don't know how the hub is. Hopefully my hub is all right. Maybe the teeth on there should be fine. I'm hoping they look a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully they'll be all right though. Sometimes I can get them in gear, so I know they're not completely all gone. Here's four. Four is gonna be on this side right here. There we go. Let them soak in there. Must not really matter, but yeah. All right, I'll get the other parts in there. Here's all the goods, and here's some. Oh, those were the other goods in that box. You get some more fluid, and there we go. Fork and everything. So yeah. Look at this. Bronze tips. You know, third gear fork didn't even break. Doesn't even show signs of breaking, surprisingly. But you know, might as well replace it while I'm in it, so that way it don't break. Got bearings, seals, and some washers. I wanted to get these snap ring washers as well. We'll get into that, but most of the time I really want to get these in there. Actually, the synchronizers, these are carb and fiber. Yeah. So let's do that. Put them bearings in there as well. All right. So after you've burned your needle bearing, you know you can start taking off all your other parts. So you got starting all the way down there, working down all the way down to here. So and then these ones just get the black ones. First and second just get the black ones because it just replaces those. So then we're on to here, and I just make sure those. Yeah, they're basically the same thing. Nice little balls.
Perfect.
Alright, so we just got first gear on. Now, what was originally these two, which would go on this way, I'm going to swap them out for the other ones. Put those there, and we'll get the ones here. The 6 spline, yep, 6 spline. These, make sure. Yeah, because those are going to the synchros, so this one goes on first. Okay. Nice and snug, okay. Like the second one, I'm going to line it up here with this first here on those holes. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of stuck. Try to get those to move here in a second and get rid of these two. Put those off to the side. And we'll turn it and it should click in. Spot. Okay. Let's turn it to give it a couple turns to break it in a little bit. Hub assembly here. I believe this one is directional, but I made it the same way, so we should be fine.
Perfect.
somewhat struggling putting the hub on, or part of the hub on. It's on now. Recommend using a press, but a hammer and punch can get the job done, preferably a brass punch. Just work your way, make sure that your synchronizer down here is up on the hub part here, so that way you don't end up breaking the tabs. You want to make sure that it's in the tabs there. So we'll get started putting this hub assembly on, in which I'm going to need to look which way this one came off, just to make sure. So we'll take a quick pause again. Alright, so you want to have your hub here exactly like this for first and second. The bigger part facing down towards gear 1. And also, yeah, whoa, you also got slots right here that are going to align with some of this other stuff here, and then you have spaces for the balls to fit into, so you'll make sure that those are lined up as well. Yeah, see, there's the, you guys shine the light right here. There's the slot that your thing's gonna fit on, and then you got your balls there. And then we just go like this. Make sure it's on the right way. Now, probably would be easier actually to leave these out, put this on, then put your balls on. Make sure they go in sideways, not vertical, horizontal, because that's how they came out. And just give them a quick little push down, push them in. I don't think it matters which way the letters are facing. I like to have my letters facing up. Personal preference. Come on. There we go. And just like that, balls are in. Make sure your gear spin by itself. Might be a little rough at first if you have the carbon synchros, carbon fiber. But if you don't, it'll probably spin a little bit easier. It might take a minute. Just work it back and forth. Make sure it spins. Then whenever you're ready, put it down on the first gear here. Make sure you're engaged. All the way, yeah. There we go. Now we're in all the way. Careful your balls don't pop out. Try spinning that shaft. Spin your gear. And we're engaged, so we're good. On to gear number 2. Alright, gear number 2. Here are the synchros. OEM would go this first, then you'd have your friction synchros there, and those would go on like so. You go like this if you're doing OEM. You're doing carbon synchros. I'll show you in a second. But just to be sure, these is going to slip in. You're going to reuse this just like you did on the first gear. I'm just doing this just to see if I'm doing this right here. Okay, those fit in there. And you got your 6 gears. Oh, see, I did not do that right. This one with the 6 tabs will go first. Then these ones will go second. And you just twist it till it fits in. There you go. And then these 6 tabs will go on the second gear. So we'll go ahead and grab the carbon ones. In the bottom. Alright, like so. Put this one on first. Yep, see, I messed it up again. I did this wrong. This is reverse. There we go. I flipped them. All right, yep. 6 is gonna go up, just like that, and then you got your odd tangs. I'll go in second. Spin it to seats down. Make sure they spin nice. There we go. Those are good. Get your needle bearing. This should be clean. Slip that on there, get a couple spins. Oh, that one's somewhat spreads apart too. Plastic, not good to have for bearing material. This one's pretty well lubed up already. So the tabs are going to be right there. We're going to put it on this way. Tabs facing down. Give it a couple turns till it goes, slips in, and it slipped in. Spins freely from the shaft. Switch to second gear. Nice, good click. So we're in gear. First gear spins by itself. Second gear is locked. Oh, trim out. Make sure it stays in there. Kind of helps when you have your snap ring there in place, which we'll put in. That is in. I'm going to walk it down a little bit. Yep. So I want to do that. All right, we're good with that. Now we need our moon. Hang on, I forgot a washer. I was gonna say, I remember there's a washer somewhere. All right, we're gonna take another quick break. All right, this is why you get new hardware, new components, new parts, because here's the old one and here's the new one. Side by side, line them up. You can see the new one not as stretched as the old one that we just took off. So it's real funny is because I gotta stretch this to get it on. So how does it work? I don't know. We'll get new parts. Yep. Moon rings. These are non-directional. I believe you want these facing like that. Alrighty. Another break. Alright, so there's a little slot here on the shaft for the moon rings. Right in there, you'll see it. Can't get them in unless they line up with that little thing. So now they're in like that. And you take your retaining ring, I guess. See what you call it. And this is gonna slide over top. You see the inside there. It'll be right there. The lip you're gonna want to catch is gonna go over. So that way it fits on over, just like that. It's gonna sit on top there. Next, you're gonna want to grab your next gear here. 3. Yep, bearing. Uh-oh. Dirt. Yep. As I use a lint. I'm looking for that other snap ring in there. Is there another? Yep, okay. Let me see it. It'll fit right up in here. I bet it's gonna fit right there. I'm sure it does. Yep. Okay. Gear number 3 is in place. Okay, usually we would use these, and this for the old ones. Go on, yep, like this. Nope, I lied. This is going first. 3-piece, 4-piece, 4-prong. And then your other ones right here, just like that. I'll replace them. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. And these tangs here are broken, so don't worry about it, because they are broken off, so mine are not there. That's why I'm replacing them. That goes there. And I do believe the synchros that you get for the kit are the 3 and 4 are the same. As I was checking, I couldn't find any differences between them, so I believe they are the same. So it don't matter which one you put on, just as long as they fit. So put the smaller one on, and you put your 4-tooth one on, just like so. And then you put your other one on. Make sure these are there. And then line it up. Doesn't line up, I give it a couple twists. It's going to be tight. It should fit right there. These should line up right there inside the holes there. And do like a twist, give them, break them a little bit.
You didn't have very much lube on that needle bearing.
The needle bearing is fine. It moves fine. It's just the friction. Alright, now we get our hub assembly.
Dots down.
You saw? What dot? I don't see a dot.
Is there any dots on it?
No, but these are different here. Right up here, those are different.
Well, that makes sense because look, you got your lip right there.
Let's see, it should fit up. Well, you can see where the snap ring was too. Right there, so. Oh, well, there's a thing here. Oh, we'll see. I'm just gonna slide this baby on. And your tang should line up. These are so. There we go. I forgot yet. There's probably those special spots here on the. No. How in the world does it line up here? Let me figure that out. Oh, duh, you dummy. This is there. Must not be the right way. Can't get the snap ring on. Try this way. Hey, would you look at that? Now I can get the snap ring in. So we're gonna want to put this one facing down. At least this side, thick side facing towards gear. Spin that. Spin those. First you can spin all those. Perfect. And we got a new snap ring for that as well. Now the snap ring for 5 and 6 and 3 and 4 are the same, so don't matter, but you're gonna want to have 2 of them. And they're non-directional, just want to make sure. Bingo. She's in place. Now we'll grab our hub. And this one also is directional, I believe, as well. There's a line right here. Yep. Alright. I'm going to look back and see. Alright, so the hub is going to go on with the line facing down. And then you're going to want to put your balls in here. And these will go in vertically. Those don't sleep too well. No, they don't. So you want to put these in like this. Put them in there like that. That's how they go. we go. Alright, so that means that first is engaged. Third. Third gear isn't. Go down. Third is not engaged. Won't turn. Let's put him down. Alright. Good deal. Fourth, cannot do because needle bearing is burnt. Can't put it on. But synchronizers we can put on, I believe. Yes, synchronizers we can put on. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. And these ones are just gonna go on just like the other. Fourth gear is going to be facing up, so you want your four tanks to be facing up, these to be facing down, just like so. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Just turn it till it kind of drops, and there it is. Bingo. You're all set. Then you would install your needle bearing in gear 4, but I mean 4th gear. I'll probably just put it on so that way I don't get mixed up. So this is the old one. I got some new ones, so we'll put them on just like that. You'll slip in, you'll have your needle bearing in there. It spins. Now it's engaged. Now it won't go. Perfect. They work. Okay. Cool. Show the direction here. If we'll zoom up, there we go. Don't really seem to be any difference between the two. Don't really see any marks, so we will see when we take it off. I'll put them in order here so that way I'll put them back on the same way. Alrighty, let's get this off. Alright, so as you can see now, we have the race pressed off. Unlike the last time, I didn't have this. I went and had gotten a race puller, bearing separator, whatever it's called. I call it a race puller because I pull out the race with these. And way easier than using a torch or anything. And you save the needle bearing that is got a plastic cage, which is right there. On the last one, like you saw, I burned it up because I was using a torch. So if you want to save your needle bearings and don't want to run into a problem like I did and have to order new needle bearings and am now behind on putting this thing back together, get yourself a race puller or bearing separator. It's called that as well. Harbor Freight, perfect. It's like $50 some dollars. Like $60. Highly recommend. There comes in another piece. There's a smaller one that comes like this. So yeah, worked very great. And it also helps if you have a press. It also comes with tools too you can put in here, so you can put it on like it comes with a shaft and then a receiving part where you can put a socket and an impact on it and pull this off. I just like using a press because it's easier. It literally made it a breeze. As you can see, this thing will go up to like 5,000 psi, so All right, now that we got our here gears off, now you can see you got our moons and everything. Now there is a slot here on the shaft where those moon rings ride. If I can focus it here, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, almost. Yep, there's a slight flat spot, and that's where the flat spot here on the moon rings go as well. So if you're trying to get your moon rings on and they're not going on, make sure they're in that flat spot. Not that hard to miss. Just want to be careful. So here we got our gears. Our gears look fine. I'm just replacing them because the synchronizers are what I've got. So replace those. Reverse gear, you don't need to worry about because you don't use reverse gear to race. So you only use it to reverse. So no need to replace the synchros on those because they look fine. As from what I can tell, I'm not even going to really take them off because reverse gear works fine. I do see that there is a snap ring in here. So if you are taking the reverse gear out, you have a snap ring here to hold your ball clips in here. Not for sure what they're called exactly. I'm going to call them ball clips for your hub to engage it, to keep them in place. That's what that snap ring's there for. And that's about it. So if you go to take this off, I don't think you would have to take that out. You just want to make sure that you put those in before you put your hub on. Otherwise, you're going to have to take your sliding your hub assembly, I guess. And yeah. Another thing is here, if you're wanting to take this off and you're wondering which direction does this go, I did find numbers here. My numbers are facing up, so if you're wanting to put that back on because you took it off and don't know which way it goes back on, numbers are facing up. So, and there's a little X there as well. So for the hub itself. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and put the synchros back on. New synchros and new bearings and stuff. Going to replace the bottom bearing as well. Get rid of that plastic junk that Ford decided to use. And yeah, we'll start the reassembly process. Alright, now as we move on into replacing the synchronizers here, these nice carbon fiber lined synchros here. This is going to be our 5th and 6th, and I believe they are the same. I'm going to find out, make sure. They both seem to line up quite nicely, actually. So I'm going to assume that they are, because they didn't give instructions either. So, you know, trying to decipher which one was which wasn't too hard because the other ones were the same. So it didn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just looking for any obvious differences here at the moment. Like size, what kind of markings they have on them. I'm not seeing any. Now I do recommend having these soak in transmission fluid. I just used my old transmission fluid that I drained out. I made sure to drain it out in a clean bucket so that way I could put my old parts in there and new, old parts that I'm reusing, and these new parts as well that are up in there, so I can keep them at least somewhat soaked and get them kind of somewhat prepped. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a big deal if you put them on dry. It does help a little bit with the reassembly process, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I mean, you're going to put it all back together and put fluid in your transmission, so shouldn't be a big deal at all. All right, let's do this here. There is another ring here as well that I didn't mention before, but you're not going to need that because you're not taking off this hub. So let's do this. Reverse process. Moon rings. There we go. They're facing up just like this. So think you really do need to take those off, but it does. Oh, so I did not know that. So there we go. They're on there nice. Put the sleeve back on here. Yep. Okay. That's on nicely. Put our hook back on. With the needle bearing. I'll put that on first. Trying to keep everything clean here as well, as clean as I can, because that will help in the long run. You don't want to have no crap in your transmission. No horror stories. Trying to work on the debris. Seems fine. I'll go over this again before I put it back together and make sure stuff's clean out the way. I definitely do not want to be doing this again. Seems to have some type of pitting right there. Huh, something got it. Okay, put that back on. Just like so. Yeah, goes on nice and smoothly. Perfect. Just like it should. Make sure that spins. Right, now I'm going to take this old one and match it up here with the new one. Flip it around. Side by side. Back to back, whatever you want to call it. And they seem to be identical. So, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. So, and this way, just like that. Oops, that's in there. Just like so. Yep, okay, that one's replaced. Put our hub on. Remember the letters where, I see now this is where I get myself confused now. I'm pretty sure the letters were down. So that's why I take videos, so that way I can make sure. Quick break. Yep, and that's why I take videos, because I just about screwed up. So it's a good thing I'm doing this how I am, because I would have messed that up, I'm pretty sure. All right, yep, so this is gonna go, numbers are gonna be facing up. Numbers are gonna be facing up, and if you can see, I have a 14 there, and those numbers as well, they're gonna be facing up. The X is going to be facing down. So we're gonna put it on just like this. And we're gonna twist this. Should click in. There you go. You hear it. And you can see these tabs right here. Now it's clicking in. I'll pull it off again. I'll kind of twist it. Yeah, come on. Get back on there. There we go. And you'll hear it. Click down. There you go. And that's how you're in. All right. There you go. And it spins nice. If I put pressure down, there we go. It kind of locks in. So we're good there. All right, next up, snap ring. I got a new one, I'm going to replace them. Because supposedly they are one-time use, and I'm not going to want to risk using my old one. So, we're going to replace it. And I'll show you again, let's see here what the difference is. Not too much of a difference. The new one here is in front. Here's the old one. And they're about the same. The new one's just a little bit tighter. So, but we'll replace it anyways. Put this over here in the used parts pile. I'm going to put this one on. This one wanted to be a pain the last time, so hopefully we can work something out without really overstretching this one. as I just did there in that split second, which I didn't want to do. There we go. Do a quick tap on there. Quick tap on there, make sure it's in there. Okay, it fits. It fits, it ships. There we go. Snap ring is in, and I'm liking it to where it is. So, now I do believe this doesn't really matter where it is. I don't think it does, as long as it's just in there. There's no indications or dots or anything that would lead me to suspect that it would go there, so that's the way it's gonna go. All right, time for the hub part. See, like this, I put this one the right way that I had my mind set up to be. So I was just laying parts just like this, and this one I flipped around, so I had to make sure I put that one back on right. So very easy to get confused, very easy. So that's why I take a video of disassembly and reassembly. Make sure this is clean. Numbers gonna be right. It's gonna be very hard to see this, but I have some numbers right here. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. You can kind of somewhat see them now. I have some numbers right there that you can see. I ought to get a light. Oh, there you go. You can see them better there. All right. And those are going to be facing down. And you're going to line this one up. See, this one has some stuff in here that I'm used to seeing, but okay. Enough chit chat. Put it on. And I'm putting it on wrong, I think. Yes, I'm putting it on wrong. I think these go here. I'm right. Yep, that's right. All right, so there's like these little grooves right there, and those are gonna go right here in these spaces. There's 3 of them. So they're gonna be for your balls. Bingo, I like that. And they're gonna go in sideways, just like how the other ones were. It's gonna be like this. Have like an H. Oh, come on now. Like that, like an H. Not like this. You want to put them in like this. You want to put them in like this. Just like that. That's it, just like that. Okay. And they're going to go in, and they're going to fit in the slot here. There we go. That's one. Now be careful. They will pop out on you. Because I had that happen when I was taking it apart, and I thought I lost one. But luckily for me, it went in my pants pocket here. So, I got lucky. Make sure I put that one in right. Yep, okay. I did. Yeah, see, it won't really move smoothly because of the teeth. So you want to have them in just like like an H here. Come on, get in there. There. See, just exactly. I did the exact same thing, you dummy. Don't do that. You could end up losing one. Not safe. Oh, come on now. Get in there. Okay. Synchro is next. It's going to sit up. Let's see here. I believe it's going to sit up just like this. Oh, this is the old one. No, no, it should fit in there just like that. Unless I'm wrong here. And I could be wrong. Nope, I think it's going to sit just like that. I'm pretty sure it's going to sit just like that. Let's go ahead and flip it around. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right. Yep. It's going to sit. Make sure those balls are down. It'll pop out on you secretively. I believe it's going to sit just like that. It don't really fit like this, so you're going to want to put your big, where are they at here? Your big, I'm going to call them cams, I guess. Big ears, your big here, your big cam ears here. They're gonna sit in there just like that. Okay, I'll grab a new one, just like so. Line it up. You can give it a spin if you want. Fits like a gem. Just perfect. Everything's looking okay. I'm gonna put this gear. Actually, I'm gonna put this new bearing on first. This one luckily is not burned up, so we are good. And I'm just realizing now that some of they have bevels on them, and they look about the same, so I don't think it matters which way these really go on. But I could be wrong. Alright, those look okay. Looks fine. And see, that's the difference here with your 5th and 6th gear, rather than 1, 2, 3, and 4. It has this thing that the friction rides on, rather than all the other pieces. So that's good. It spins, which is good. Give it a couple more spins here so I can get the friction lining here kind of working into. Don't want to do it too much. Alright, now we're going to see here. We're going to go ahead and switch into 6th gear. Alright, yep, we'll see something's wrong. Because it doesn't really want to switch. Oh, but we're locked in 5th here. Might take a little bit of force. Yeah, see something's not right. I've done something wrong. Alright, we're going to take this off here. Put it down just like that. And there go the stinking balls again. Turd. Can I get you with this? Yeah. Okay, what is going on here? Don't seem to be any other spaces where those can go. The ball should go there. Oh, yep, see, I think I messed this up. Yep, I did. Alright, so these here things, I don't think they go there where the balls go, because I have the ball groove right here. So I think the ball groove goes in these spaces, right there where you put your balls in. That would make sense. Therefore, I got it wrong, and then the other ones will line up with the other flat spaces. So I should be right now. I'm going to put them back in the H-way. 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 Get in there, you turd. See, that seems to fit better in there already. Make sure that one's in right. Okay, come on. Go when you're home. Okay, put this back on now. Synchronizer's already on it. And we're just gonna slide this thing on there, just like so. And boom. She's in. Okay, now let's try this. And she works like a gem. Down. 5th. 6th gear. There we go. Right here. Alright, there's that one spins. This one spins freely. Reverse spins freely. I can spin that shaft. Those will spin freely from the shaft. We're in the 5th. 5th gear is locked in. I can spin those. Now this will spin the shaft up top. Go to 6th gear. Now 6th gear is locked in. We spin freely. This spins freely. This is locked in place. So we are good. Perfect. All right. Very easy to get confused. Very easy. So I got everything. Oopsies. Well, not everything, apparently. Got to put my bearing back on. So, new bearings. And these ones are better because they have a cage. Metal cage around them. So that stupid dumb plastic cage, which Ford does. Bogus. I believe I have the other bearing here in my pocket. Yep, I do, to replace that one down there, which will be very fun. Yeah, so luckily on this one there is no needle bearing down there below on your main shaft here for your gear. There's no needle bearing. The needle bearing will ride up in here, so therefore you run less of a risk of burning that needle bearing cage up, because it's plastic. Piece of crap. Hate plastic. Why would you do plastic? Anyways, so we'll put this on just like so, and make sure before I put it on I have everything right. I definitely do not want this to be wrong. Nope, that is correct. I have everything on. So now you can press this on, which would probably be an easy way of doing it, but you have to be careful not to go too far. Or you can use a hammer and brass punch to get it on, or a soft metal punch. Either way will work. You don't want to damage this. You want to hit on the race itself, not on the cage, because you will damage the cage, and then your bearing will be crap. So you don't want to do that. Make sure to hit on the race. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now we'll just do the same process to the other race here on the other side. So here's all the new one. You just cut the cage off. For some of this, we'll go put it over there on the press and get this off. Another good way to put your bearings on is to use your old race here. And you can use that as a drive along with a socket, good size socket. You're gonna have to grab the right kind. Obviously one to be big enough to drive your bearing on. Now the reason why you do it like this, if you use your race, is because you can get an even distribution when you're hitting. Alright, so I've got that bearing on now. Now another thing I want to show you here is here on the inside of this tube, that bolt will go on the other side there, and it runs straight through. So as you can see, there's some debris down in there. You're probably going to want to clean it up, because there are tiny little holes that are all the way down in there. I believe they're oil passages. Let me flip this sucker around here. There we go. Yep, and you can kind of see. Yep, you can kind of see them right down in there. There's one. There's another one down in there. Oh, come on. Yeah, I should have another light for this, but you get the idea. You don't want to get those plugged up, so by cleaning it out, you should be okay. You just don't want to forget doing that after taking this apart and stuff. You don't want like none of this crap to get down in those holes and get clogged up in one of those holes, because I'm pretty sure that would probably cause some damage. Them holes are there for a reason, so be mindful of that. Try to clean it out as best as you can. Maybe you can blow some air down in there, or like I kind of stuck a paper towel. Not the best idea because it's paper. It kind of tears up, but I put some alcohol on there, and I kind of went through very carefully and pulled it on through. And yeah, so it seemed to do the trick just a little bit, but I'm pretty sure there's a better way to get that debris out of there. So in case you want to know how I'm doing this for tightening this top bolt here, 75 foot-pounds. What I've got going, I don't have an extra hand here, so you just grab 2 pieces of wood. Make sure you're not on any of your hubs here. You want to make sure you're on the gears at least, because wood is softer than metal, obviously. So but you do want to be careful that you are on your specific gear, and all you have to do is you have to just put it in gear at least, or if you can, just put it down here on the bottom. Be careful of your bearing, of course. Want to make sure you don't crush that. So For your first, second, third, and fourth, probably would be easier to select a gear here. I believe I did second. I just put my hub up in second, so that way it's been my shaft. Got that tightened down, and then with this one with fifth and sixth in reverse, I just went along the bottom gear here, so there's no need to select a gear here to make your shaft in line, so that way it doesn't spin when you tighten up this bolt here. So both went very smoothly, just real quick and easy. Didn't have to, I was trying to find a way to get this in there because I didn't find these boards at first, so I was just having a real pain in the butt trying to get this tightened down. And then I found those, and within literally 5 minutes I had both of them all torqued up and ready to go. So yeah, just a little trick. If you don't have an extra hand, you just need a vise and 2 boards, and crank down on them suckers and make sure nothing's gonna break or anything. And yeah. And in case if you are wondering on one of the hubs, there was another video out there that was real helpful and everything. Now I'm just pointing this out because I'm just putting this thing back on the way that I took it off. So, and I seen that he had done it, he had put it on the other way. He had flipped this one hub with the ring here. He had flipped it the other way due to what the instructions told him. Oh, I don't know if he's had any problems with it. And this is for your first, second, third, fourth, and not fifth. Your first, second, third, and fourth. Now I don't know if he had any issues after he had put it back together, but not saying that he's wrong. I'm just putting it back together the way that I took him off. So, you know, I'm not for sure if there would be any problems, but you know, I just want to put it back together the way that I took it off, even though the instructions that he had in the video were different and they said to do differently. But hey, I mean, you can try it either way you want. And yeah, and this is the way I'm doing it.